Hi, today is my second day reading this book. I'm gonna read a few more pages today. Tired. Just finished my badminton tonight. The last time we had preface and introduction. Today get chapter 1. Let's get started. So from page 7 to page 45, I'm gonna read from page 7 to page 13. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 7 pages. Okay then. Chapter 1. Let's get started. First is, where do you want to be? Second is, where are you now? Third is, are you flying, sinking, or floating? What is standing in your way? Okay, so that's the main points. That's first 4 main points. I'm gonna read from now. There are 4 things you need to understand if you are going to achieve financial success. They are subconscious finance, the psychology of your spending habits. Second is conscious finance, your financial smarts. Third is your capability to optimize the decisions you make about money. The fourth is how to build momentum and get the results you want. It is not easy to get ahead, and it's even harder to get ahead as fast as you possibly can. However, before we can change your financial future, we need to understand where you are now and why you are there. Always remember, the only person that will truly ever care about your money is you. Burying your head in the sand is no longer an option. Forget about maths, interest rates, and the recession. Forget about your bills, your mortgage. How old are you and how many years until retirement? Think about the following. Where do you want to be financially? Where are you now financially? What are the obstacles preventing you getting there? First, where do you want to be? If you do not know where you are going, you will end up someplace else. Individual goals vary from person to person, but we all need to aspire to being financially successful. Not rich, that is optional, but successful. I define financial success as being able to live a lifestyle you enjoy, free of anxiety and stress around money. For me, it means that you are mortgage-free or well on the way to being mortgage-free. You have the retirement sorted. You have your retirement sorted. Incorporated into living a lifestyle you want are the micro goals of being in control of your money, not having to earn more money to get ahead, having a rainy day fund, being able to replace your car when you want to, taking holidays when you want to, and buying property when you want to. To be financially successful is to be flying financially. The reality for many people is they don't even feel like they are getting ahead on a day-to-day basis. The thought of being successful is not even on their radar. With this book, I hope that that will change. Financial success is not linked to earnings. It's linked to progress. The end point is the same for everyone, to fly financially. But before we can work out how to get you to this point, we need to establish where you are now. Are you sinking, floating, or flying? Where are you now? There is nothing noble about being superior to some other man. The true nobility is being superior to your previous self. Finding the balance financially has led to do with the understanding math and commerce. Finding the balance financially has less to do with understanding math and commerce and more to do with understanding your nature tendencies and how your spending psychology works. You need to appreciate how you relate to money and the role money plays in your relationships on a conscious and subconscious level. If you can master this, money can start to play the right part in your life. Money is the tool. It's one of the most valuable tools you can have. Have you ever had to hop on scales in front of someone? Have you noticed you tend to weigh more than you think? Just as we tend to weigh more than we think, we are usually not doing as well as we think financially. We are disconnected from the reality of our financial position, and we are often disconnected from the impact of our own financial behavior. Are you flying, sinking, or floating? Flying means different things to different people. Let's assume at the very minimum, it encompasses you being able to live a lifestyle you enjoy and being well on the way to repaying your mortgage. If you have one, your retirement being sorted and you having no stress around money. Some people flying higher than others, but how high you fly also relates to your stomach for risk, which we will discuss later. If you are not flying, then you are either sinking or floating. Sinking means you are going backwards, or you are always on the back foot. Your back is up against a wall, and no matter how you try, it always feels tight. It always feels tight. You tend to use debt or credit cards when life throws you a curveball. You do this because you do not have a rainy day fund. You do not always clear your credit cards each month. If you were to complete a true budget of how much money is coming in each month versus what you are spending, you would probably find that you are spending more than you earn. Another sign this may be the case is if you get a pay rise, but it doesn't make any difference because it gets used for your day-to-day living costs. It is common in a relationship where one partner manage the money for the party managing the finances to feel as if they are sinking. What was that? Where's the person removed from the money feels as if they are floating. People on commission or in regular income may feel that they are sinking at various points of the year. When you are sinking, you tend to put purchases you cannot afford on credit. The purchase may feel good initially, for example, booking a holiday you can't afford, but this feeling rapidly wears off. Your overspending will catch up with you. Even if you can keep your creditors, the people you owe money to, at bay, it will eventually take its toll on your health and relationships. This is not the way to live. Not surprisingly, people who are sinking do not set out to be in this situation. It usually starts slowly with being on back foot. A curveball throws you backwards again, and before you know it, you are picking up momentum in the wrong direction again. Many self-employed people or people with commissioned income sit on the curbs of sinking, as their irregular income can cause havoc with their finances. This is not the way to live, and I would encourage them to develop a plan to help smooth out the EBB and flow of their income. I do not believe that past results indicate your future capability. If you are the money managing partner in a relationship and you have a feeling that you are sinking, your partner needs to be made aware of and agree with, or at the very least acknowledge your diagnosis. If you need to share a strong desire to fix the situation, otherwise there is no point in trying. Where your personalities are such that one is more entrepreneurial. Big picture, broad brush. It's going to be okay in the end, and the other prefers to deal with the right here and now, nuts and bolts of managing money. So it means one people before this, one people before that. You may never agree on your financial position because in accepting the diagnosis, the entrepreneur can feel that you are not believing in them. I do not bother seeing a new client if relationship finances are a problem unless both partners attend. It is never one person who is responsible for the problem, and it will never be one person in a relationship who can fix it. When I set about fixing this sort of situation, I often have to take a drastic slash and burn approach. Clear the debts, suck it up, sell assets, stop spending, and let's turn this situation around. Working to a tight plan, you have about 6 months to turn the situation around. After that, people lose momentum and start to slide backwards again. So the first plan has to work and get immediate results. Otherwise, you might as well hang up the gloves before you even start. In that 6-month period, the sole objective is to get a floating position. Then as soon as people are floating, the goalposts need to change. Tip: not sinking as fast as you were does not mean that you are floating. Floating is when you are not going backwards, but you are not getting ahead particularly fast. You may be earning the most money you have ever earned, but you don't feel better off. Most of my clients initially sit in this category. They are living a comfortable lifestyle, but are living from payday to payday. If they will lose their job tomorrow, they could probably survive a few weeks with available cash and then use credits or access the equity in their property to get by. When they come to me, they are not necessarily stressed about money, but disillusioned that they are not making the progress they expected. You all right? Okay. If you are in this situation, you need to understand where the money is going. Knowing your actual spending patterns can help you identify the money that's being frittered or lost. You need to maximize tax efficiencies and start structuring your debt, usually a mortgage, to repay it faster. You need to enjoy your lifestyle, accepting that you do not have to spend every dollar you earn to do so. Having established a plan with my clients to get them ahead, we test it, refine it, track their progress, and as they stick to the plan consistently, they start to pick up momentum. Usually after 12 months, they get some wind beneath their wings and start to fly. Maybe slowly to begin with, but with each month, will start flying higher towards their destination faster. Flying means more than having no money worry. Flying means more than having no money worries. It means being on track to achieve your financial goals that, at the very least, incorporate being able to live the lifestyle you enjoy and fund your retirement. Flying is living in the perfect balance. If you are reading this book, I assume you are sinking or floating, or at the very least, not flying as high as you might like or in the direction you want to go. Many clients say that they don't feel as if they are going backwards, but there's no real sense of getting ahead. This creates a stress or frustration of sorts. Add this money dynamic to your personal relationships, and you are in for rocky ride unless you and your spouse develop some money skill fast. Finish. If you can diagnose your current situation and you know the destination, you are almost there. Next, you need to identify and understanding your current obstacles to tailor a plan to overcome them in order to achieve your goals faster. Tip: Money is a tool to get what you want. It's not the end goal. Okay. Finish my reading today. From page 7 to page 50 of page 7 to page 13. I'm gonna read more tomorrow. That's enough. Similar today. Better not really. Okay, I'll do it every day now.